All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me here today about this story time. Before we start, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I post lives, videos, and shorts, as well as in the community tab. All right, let's get into the story time about my adventures at West Palm Beach, Florida. I was down there because my brother is currently on a baseball team over this summer, and he had like a 5-day tournament there, around a game a day from Friday through Monday. So a 4-day for his team. And his games on Monday determined if we were going to stay until Tuesday. He had scheduled 2 games, but based on the first game determined if they were going to keep playing games. But on that game on Monday, they did end up losing. So after like 2 hours, the game ended. We started our drive. But before that, they came back to the hotel room because I was with the dog. Since the dog's not allowed in the baseball field, so I stayed with the dog at the hotel room while he went to his 10:20 a.m. game with my mom. They came back. We had some food. We packed up our whole room, and we started driving because my brother looked at the weather, and it showed that it was going to rain later in West Palm Beach, and we're just like, let's just go now so we don't have to drive through the rain. I'm just going to tell you right now, it rained a bit during the drive, and you'll find out how much it rained further into the story. So we started our drive. 5 seconds in, we stopped at Whole Foods to grab my brother a sandwich because he didn't like the food that they got from the baseball stands, which was like hot dogs. And in my opinion, I didn't really like the hot dog either because the meat tasted like meatballs that you would have on spaghetti. And I don't know, it just didn't suit me that much in the moment. And so we got him a sandwich, but he didn't ended up eating it until an hour into our drive. But it's fine because he ended up devouring that in probably 5 minutes, which is shocking for me because it was like a big sandwich. Anyways, an hour into our drive, we stopped at a gas station. It was like Racetracks, I think, or it had race in the name, the gas station. It was fairly clean, I would say. I ended up getting chips because I didn't feel so good. I was like queasy. So in the first hour of our drive, I ended up basically sleeping. So yeah. But once we left the gas station and my brother had devoured his sandwich, we got in. There was some really dark clouds in front of us, and we was like, oh no, is it gonna rain while we're driving? Question. The answer to the question, yes. Although we were not prepared like mentally for how much it was going to rain. Keep in mind, before it started raining, we saw the clouds like spinning into forming a tornado. But because the clouds weren't going fast enough, no tornado was formed from where we could see because it was heading north and we were going west because we were on Road 70 in Florida. So that's in the middle of nowhere, basically, because we hit a town, which was the only town on that road with a gas station, or at least the only one that was convenient for us, because there's like nothing on that road. All you have is basically farms, and you gotta watch out for slow tractors, and for people driving on your lane going the opposite direction as you because they're trying to pass people in their lane because it's mainly one street per each way, one lane per each way. So they need more lanes, in my opinion, at least 2, so you can pass people more easily and convenient and not have to worry about the other cars coming in literally right at you. Anyways, the rain, the tornado. I'm just like looking out the window as we're past. I couldn't really see the semi tornado happening that didn't really form, but I just saw clouds circling as we kept passing the trees because the trees were blocking my view. So every few seconds, I would get a glimpse of the clouds of where it looked like a tornado was forming and ended up not forming. But by the time those clouds stopped basically forming a circle, heavy rain poured down to the point you couldn't even see the car that's like the car right in front of you. Um, the only way we could tell if we were on the roads were the other cars coming past us because they had their lights on. And so my mom, who was driving, put on the warning lights because you legit couldn't see. Like I was shocked of how my mom continued driving because you could not tell where the road was, and it was kind of scary at points. And that lasted for a good minute. And then we would have clear, you could see the road once again. A few seconds later, it would happen again, this time shorter in like shorter increments, but it kept on happening until, like I said, because the clouds were going north and we were going west, we didn't have it for long, but it was like a good 10 minutes of heavy pouring rain to the point where you can't see the road. The cars in front of you, unless they have their lights on. And because the car in front of us in our lane did not have their hazard lights on, we couldn't tell exactly where that car was, and that's even more scary because you don't know exactly what's speed to go. To be fair, in rain you can't really go that fast anyways, but the point to like heavy rain to the point where you can't see the car in front of you is not like it's not fun at all. So luckily those cars were really ahead, but due to the rain they slowed down a bit. But they always were at a good distance away from us when it started clearing up and we could see them again. So yeah, so that was interesting. And then it started raining again, but that time it was much lighter and we were much closer to our destination. And we were like a good, I would say 40 minutes from our place. We ended up stopping at the closest Panda Express from us, which is 40 minutes away from our current location. So we don't really get it that much. And we're just like, you know what? We don't want to cook. It's going to be 6 when we arrive back home. So, like, my mom's tired, my brother's tired, I'm tired, the dog's tired. And so we ended up just getting Panda Express real quick. Unfortunately, in that location, they do not have sweet fired chicken, which is my preferred entree to get from there, but it's okay. Ended up getting teriyaki chicken. Didn't really like it that much. Should have got the honey sesame chicken that my brother got, but it's okay. Anyways, it turns out the rain followed us. If you can't currently hear it, it's been raining since we got back until now, and who knows how much longer it's going to rain. And we left at the best time possible, even though we ended up driving in that awful rain for a little bit. Because if you can't hear out the window, like the window's right there, it's still pouring rain and it's been going on and off nonstop for basically 24 hours right now. And it looks like it's going to rain this whole week. And we were originally we were supposed to come back Wednesday, but then we found out no games for Wednesday, which is interesting because on the tournament schedule, it showed Friday through Wednesday. So the chance playing our plans change to leave on today if my brother was going to play today, and we would have been driving through much worse raining conditions if we were to leave today. So thankfully we left yesterday and it all worked out. So yeah. So that's my adventures of leaving West Palm Beach, Florida. If you did enjoy, please subscribe and hit the notification bell and give it a thumbs up and comment down below if you ever drove State Road 70 in Illinois. No, sorry, not Illinois, Florida, from like the East Coast to the West Coast or the West Coast to the East Coast, because there's like nothing on that road for a while. So if you do drive it, be sure you have a full tank of gas, because honestly, there's not even enough room to pull over because you just hit like the guardrails, because that road is tiny. It needs to be extended, honestly. All right, we'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.